Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning, Singapore. It is 11/11/2021. Yes, the 11th day of November 2021. And we have with us this morning from KoreaAgility.org, the one, the only, Adrian Chu.
Good morning,
Adrian.
everybody. Good morning. Missed you guys last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel like we haven't seen you for 2 weeks.
I was just telling the crew, I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, man, Adrian. It's good to have you on the show again.
Always a pleasure.
And let me just tell you something, okay? You might not know this, but it is Sean Tupaz's birthday.
Oh,
Wow, sweet 16. Happy birthday.
happy birthday, Sean!
Happy birthday, Sean.
Shall we sing him a happy birthday song?
I think we should.
Let me take out my musical instruments.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay,
People are
ready?
driving. No. Give them
Here we
chance.
go. All right, everybody sing along. And if you're in your car as well, you want to wish Sean well. Birthday blessings to Sean.
Thank you.
Sing along. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, became so sexy after a while.
Happy birthday, dearest Sean. See, because they're all like coming to us from home and the timing is off.
All
Yeah, I
off,
know,
all
it's
off.
completely
All right, here we go.
Horrible.
Happy birthday to
Happy birthday
you.
to you. Oh, we're all like off key.
We're everywhere.
Yeah. Just like my life in shambles.
Whoever's listening to us in the car, please forgive us.
All right, Sean, come on. Speech.
Oh, okay. My only hope and wish this birthday is that everybody be kind to one another.
Oh, so
awesome.
sweet, so sweet.
And also a lot of money, lah, but send that my way.
Kindness first. The money will come after.
Yeah.
I think it's time to change my background.
Oh yeah, what are you
yeah.
changing it
You know,
to?
because-
Okay, but we are on air right now.
Yes.
So
Yes,
for
yes.
the benefit of the radio listener, we're going to be talking about career advice. We all wish we knew earlier in our career, but yeah, I think Glenn, that's a great idea to change backgrounds, right? What do you think?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Oh, so cute.
There you go.
If you're watching us, you
Yay!
will know what's happening here. You have to tune into us on Facebook. It's 1FM 913, and you'll be able to see what's
Aw.
happening. We've all got Happy Big Tasty Day as our backdrop.
Yay, happy big tasty day.
We all got it the correct way around.
No,
Yes, of
all
course.
wrong.
No, it's all wrong.
Only Glenn's right, but never mind.
Okay, hey, Adrian, let's get straight into it. So today we are talking about some. I got this. Okay,
Try it.
It's like regrets in your life.
Not really.
no,
Today,
sorry.
Closer than...
close enough.
Okay, so-
regrets in terms of things I wished I knew earlier in my career, so that I could have a happier career. It's much smoother career. So. Yeah, it's all of us. What they say is hindsight is 20/20, right? So when you look back, you say, "Darn it, I wish I knew it." So today we're going to cover 5 things. Personally, for me, actually, what I wish I knew when I was a much younger Adrian Chu. So that's what we're going
nice,
to cover
okay.
today.
Oh, okay, but not that you're not happy where you are at right now. This is your dream, right?
It's my dream. It's been a dream for a very long time, and I'm extremely happy here. So the career journeys are never straight, smooth sailing, bed of roses. There are always bumps along the way. So if the older Adrian could mentor the younger Adrian, these are the advice which I would give to the younger Adrian. The younger Adrian is basically a worrywart. In fact, I still am. So one of the things I would tell myself right off the bat when I started work, first day of work, is, Adrian, don't worry too much. Worry only for the things you can control and not everything. Because if you worry about things you can't control, you're worrying for nothing, and it's counterproductive. So I'll jump into it a little bit more.
Okay. Meantime,
Okay,
here's
awesome.
Tal Bachman with She's So High on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Good morning.
And we're back.
Okay, I want to take a picture, but I think Adrian, you need to flip yours.
Mine
right?
is okay. Let me.
It needs to look wrong
And
on
we
your
want to
side.
thank our producer Shalini for doing this.
Yeah, well done,
Thank you,
Shalini.
Shalini.
And then I want to take a photo once you flip yours. Say, not that much of a flip. Okay.
There you
Right.
go.
There you go. That's
Okay,
it.
everybody smile. Perfect. Got it. We'll send it along.
Thank you guys. Love.
Happy birthday, Sean.
Happy-
So nice.
I wasn't blocking the happy, big, tasty day, right? Just now. I think it was okay.
No, you were not. No, it was all
Okay.
good. Yeah.
So, Adrian, you were saying don't worry too much. But
Yeah, don't worry too much about-
isn't that something that everyone does, especially people new to the workforce, because you want to make an impression, you want to seem like you're hardworking, you want to impress.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you try so hard to impress that it's counterproductive. So I used to worry about what my bosses would think about me. And when you're in university, you hear things that are not always correct. So what I used to hear is that you have to work hard, got to stay long hours and everything. So I would work very long hours. I'll stick around till about 7:30, 8 o'clock, sometimes even 9 at the office. And my one day, my MD, the big MD, walked by my desk and they knock off about 5, 6 o'clock normally. But I just hung around later. He walked by my desk and he said, it was about 7:30. He walked by my desk to get some stuff from the other room. And then he walked by and said, Adrian, you're still around? I said, yeah. And he said, look, young man, if you are trying to impress me by staying late to show how hardworking you are, it's not working. Okay, it just shows me how inefficient you are. So pick up and go. So one of the biggest lessons I learned is don't worry about what people think about you. Focus more on the results, focus more on the outcomes, and what are the activities that can affect the outcome. So even when it comes to things like sales, I used to worry, can I hit the sales targets? Of course, I've always been a business development guy. Can I hit the sales targets this month? And what I realized is that if you put in the effort in the right activities, with the right targets, with the right customer base, right prospects, sales will come. So don't worry about whether or not it's going to come. Just worry about the activities that can affect the outcome.
Right.
So building up that database, keeping your
Yes.
current customers happy, and creating longer relationships as well, right?
Yeah, so those things matter a lot, rather than just worrying about, can I hit sales targets this month?
Yeah.
And it's easy to say now that I'm older. I can look at it. So even if right now my business, if we're not on target for this month, I'll tell the team, okay, look, let's not focus on sales. Let's focus on the activities for next quarter. What can we do? What can we build? What can we create? And then the next quarter, the sales will come over and above. So that's one thing I realized.
But you see, you've always been meticulous. You see, so it's good. I mean, some people are sloppy. Adrian. I mean, you're talking about sales. Some people put out sloppy decks. So to speak. But you've always been meticulous, and I think you've encouraged your people to be as meticulous as you as well. But I get what you mean earlier on when you said some of your bosses or some of the other people would leave a little earlier, because I think working for long hours is not exactly the most productive thing. Right, there's so many people who put in those hours, right? But it's actually unproductive. You don't need to put in so many hours, right? Sometimes you need to conserve your strength.
Yeah. It's about working smart, not so much working long hours. Working smart.
Yeah, but Eddie, I've got to say that I'm guilty of this sometimes too. You said we shouldn't, like in your company, you don't always work on just the sales. You work on activities that are going to help the next quarter. But even I'm guilty of this with some of my crew. They haven't hit their targets for this quarter, and it's, come on guys, you can hit the target. Come on guys, you can hit the target, because we got to hit the target, guys.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a management
Wi-Fi.
issue, isn't it? This whole thing, and that creates the worry in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a conscious effort to not worry about things. But you can worry about it, but I think don't over worry about it. So what I do is that if I'm worrying about, say the sales numbers, right? I ask myself, okay, will worrying about it help? Yes, what am I worried about? So I'm worried that maybe the customers are not liking this particular product we just launched. Then I focus, can I control that? If the answer is yes, I can control it, let's modify the product offering, or let's retweak the pricing, for instance. Things like that I can control. But worrying about whether or not I can hit the sales targets or some, it's just not constructive. So one advice I would give my younger self is focus. Ask yourself the question: will worrying about this change it? If the answer is no, then forget about it. Stuck it. If it can change the outcome, then what are the 3 things I can do about this thing that I'm worrying about? And what action can I take? And when I jump on it, when I do the actions, it will move the needle. If it doesn't move the needle, then let's not worry about it.
Maybe that's why we have nightmare, bosses. Because you just mentioned, right? I mean, certain things you can't really control. But like targets, for example, I mean, luckily FD is not a nightmare boss. But for the nightmare bosses, right, who think that they can control by whipping, and I don't mean literally whipping their workers into meeting their targets. That's where the danger lies, right?
But that's not wrong as well. No? Sometimes you do have to encourage. Sometimes you do have to give some tough love for the teammates. Sometimes you just need to refocus them. So I think it's okay if you just remind them that, hey, look, we are below targets for this month or this quarter, and then you focus once again instead of nagging them. You just tell them, okay, what can we do? What can I do to help you to sell better? Can I create more content? Can I make more public appearances? Can I do stuff like that? So,
but it's interesting you mentioned tough love, though. I mean, what's your definition of tough love? I mean, maybe not the full whip, maybe the whip in 50 Shades of Grey or what?
With the heart shapes.
Fluffy ones with
the fluffy ones.
What is tough love?
Unfortunately for me, or rather fortunately for my teammates, I'm not a very harsh boss. Okay, my
unfortunately, did you say?
Unfortunately and fortunately, it's
depending on the situation.
That's why my teammates, when I choose them, okay, and when they choose me, I always like working with people who are autonomous, who can drive their own business. But I don't have to nudge them,
hand-holding and all that.
30 seconds.
So it's all a matter of so for me it's just a word or just an encouragement, or tough love might be, hey, look guys, we need to fix this up. What are the 3 things we can do to fix it up? But most of the time my guys push me, so that's why I love them.
Nice.
They have tough love on you.
Actually.
All right, stand by. We're going back on air.
For traffic, FD.
Yep. Okay.
Here we go.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
Well, we know we've got usual delays across the expressways. Look out for the AYE towards the MCE, a vehicle broken down after Portsdown Avenue. PIE towards Tuas, an accident after the KPE exit. Avoid lanes 1 and 2. SLE towards the BKE, an accident after Woodlands Avenue 2. Avoid lane 1. And again on the SLE towards the BKE, an accident at the TPE PIE exit. Please stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning, Singapore. It's Glenn Angel, FD, and birthday boy Sean Tupaz, also known as the Big Tasty, by the way.
Yes.
We have with us Adrian Chu from careeragility.org, and later on, okay, somewhere in the middle of the Big Show TV, I'm going to be presenting Sean with a piece of equipment.
Oh.
All right, because Sean,
Piece of
as his
equipment.
birthday, as his birthday gift,
Okay.
because we all know that this guy is like super fit. He is a physical trainer. He is a spin instructor and all that. So I was thinking yesterday, what should we get him collectively? As something fun. So I went out, looking for the most useless piece of exercise equipment. And we will be presenting him with that later.
Oh, I hope it vibrates, but yay.
And then no
I was
vibration.
going to say, is it
vibration.
alive and does it move?
And you'll be able to check it out either on Insta Story or whatever today, because we'll let Shalini video Sean Tupaz using
So
that
cute.
piece of useless equipment.
Awesome.
Is it about 5'6" tall and like weighs about 55 kilos or something.
No, that's my birthday
With
gift.
like statistics of like 34, 24, 34.
I accept.
Okay, so we are live on the radio right now,
Yes.
as well as live on our Facebook page, 1FM 91.3. When we go on exclusively on the Big Show TV in just a few minutes from now, I will be presenting him with his useless piece of exercise equipment. But right now we carry on with Adrian Chu, who's talking about things he regretted when he was younger. And I mean, I'm talking about career-wise. Okay.
We could get into the other stuff.
Oh, you can get into the other stuff. Lots of that.
Very
Stupid things.
interesting thing I picked up there, and I hope a lot of bosses who are listening picked it up. Adrian runs careeragility.org. Never once in his discussion have you ever, at least I can't remember it, heard Adrian refer to his people as employees. They are teammates.
Yes, that's true.
Teammates, colleagues.
Even though he's the boss.
but never employees.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a hell of a difference.
I agree.
Is that something you learned over the years?
I think it's more of a personal approach to it because they are equals to me. They have I have an open door policy because if they're not happy with anything, they can come up and tell me. And I don't believe in democracy in the office. Okay, in that ultimately decisions still lie with the business owner because when things go wrong, the responsibility stops at the business owner. So the business owner has you cannot run a business by democracy.
Yeah.
Okay. But neither are you a dictator. So you get the feedback, and I view my colleagues as equals, and in some areas better than me. And I openly acknowledge that because there's some areas like, for instance, my co-founder Yen, she's an expert in career tactics and in terms of all the tactical bits. So I get mentored by her sometimes, and I learn a lot of stuff. My other colleague Gabby, she's the one who's doing all the business development, all the acumen, all the commercial stuff. I defer to her onto her decisions, and she tells me what to do, and I think it makes sense. Let's do it. And Val, who's also my social media, she does the stuff on her own, and I just let her run. So I don't look at them as employees. I'm big greater than you or holier than thou. Yeah. They're more like just teammates and we're just having fun together.
Yeah, but that sounds like a democratic environment to me because, I mean, all of you are, you don't have followers. All of you are leaders, in your own areas, right?
But decisions to ends with me because, as I always say, if it succeeds, it's the team.
Okay.
If it fails, it's the leader.
Right.
Yes, that's true. Yes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's true of all leaders, be it a business leader or be it a political party or country's leader. If it succeeds, it's everyone's effort. If it fails, it's the leader. So therefore, there's something you got to run with it. It's just a fact of life.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Obviously, you're doing something right. If not, all your colleagues, your teammates would have left a long time ago.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not perfect either. I got lots of quirks, okay, and I can be annoying, I can be frustrating to work with, but we accept each other, what's and all, and just get along and get stuff done. You see, so nobody's perfect. So that's why everyone's a valued member of the team, and that's why they're never considered as employees.
Right. Very nice.
Right.
Very nice. Up next, we've got Anne-Marie with 2002 right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Sean Tubas.
Yes.
You're going to get your useless piece of exercise equipment right now on The Big Show TV.
I can't wait.
Okay, y'all carry on talking. I go get it.
Useless.
Okay, I
let
think
him
you
bring
need
it.
to switch off your background, otherwise we won't be able to see it.
Oh, no, I'm passing it to Sean, so I'm not...
So
I'm
on
not,
my
yeah.
side.
Oh, so he
handing
will
it.
be seeing him.
yeah,
Okay,
cool,
all right, okay.
cool. So, Adrian, what else have you learnt?
This lesson I learned very recently, actually. It's called the power of inertia.
Okay.
Which is?
And inertia is, in physics, is defined as Newton's law, right? An object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. If you want to learn something new, okay, and especially if it's an uncomfortable skill or something that's really huge and daunting, like you want to learn programming or you want to learn how to target a new
Coding or
market
something.
or anything you want
Yeah.
to do. Even if you want to,
Oh,
let's see that.
Interruption,
Okay, go.
Thank you so much, everybody. It is the tummy action power rower plus.
Rower Plus. Oh, you need to show it us in action. we need to see the in action.
Oh, so cute. Okay,
Open
so-
it.
Open it. That's it.
Oh, it's a row.
Oh
So what, you attach
I
it to
think
your
it
feet?
exercises everything else except the tummy.
tummy.
Do you attach it to your feet and then pull?
I guess
Is that
so.
what it is?
Yeah.
Does it
Oh.
work though?
We'll find
Kind
out.
of like an exercise band, isn't it?
Online
This is
review, live
hilarious.
review.
Live review. Let's see.
Unboxing. This is a
Unboxing,
short
I think.
unboxing. Yeah.
So I'm opening up my row now, and welcome to my channel. Oh, it's very
Oh,
cute.
get behind Glenn. Get behind Glenn and sit on the floor and do it.
Let's sit on the floor and do it. I can do it standing up.
Do it standing up.
Oh, doing standing up. Oh, that's
This is
cute. I think it would be better standing up. There you go. Does it work?
Yeah.
Do you feel your stomach working?
Nothing to do with my stomach, but
Right? That's what I was saying. They call it a tummy tucker. I'm like,
That's why I was like, come
Thinking
on.
is this going to
Tummy.
work
There you
your
go,
tummy?
there you
Yeah,
go.
because that's what it is. Basically,
Tuck your
I've seen
tummy.
people use this. You're basically supposed to set it up such that it's an aid in doing sit-ups and crunches.
Oh,
It aids you.
I'm using it to practice my night wrestling.
your night wrestling.
Okay.
I think it's perfect for him to use behind the console, and you can just keep it right there.
Yeah.
If
He
he
can
feels like.
stand and he can do that. Yeah, okay. Okay, there you go. Your most useless exercise equipment.
I love it. Thank you.
Or at least I think it's the most useless piece of exercise
It's a waste.
equipment.
Nobody buy this. Who I would buy this?
Does it work your arms?
I think you can,
but
right?
Can lah.
It's very light.
I feel like this is for kids anyway, so.
Oh, it's for kids. There you go.
See, whatever he's doing with that, right, you can do with bands, I think. Exercise bands,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could. Yeah.
And weights.
That would have been a useless gift that actually had some use, Glenn. The bands.
Yeah.
All right, happy birthday, Big Tasty!
Happy birthday.
Birthday, mate.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hope you like
Okay,
this
so
colour.
Adrian, you were talking about learning something new.
Yeah, so one thing, as I was saying earlier, is about the power of inertia. Okay, inertia basically its definition is an object at rest tends to stay at rest, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. If you want to pick up a new skill, or if you want to start a new project, or if you want to just get this assignment going and done with, so sometimes if you don't make that first move, it doesn't move. So sometimes you just got to get off your butt and just really do it. You know, if you sometimes it's just the first step, and after you've sometimes the first step is the toughest, and that's why because of inertia. If you're staying there status quo, you're very comfortable, you don't want to move, and sometimes you just go for it, do it. You know, if you want to lose weight, go sign up with a gym, put money down, sign up with a gym, hire a gym instructor, okay, or hire Sean, okay, and he will yell at you. I don't know if he yells at people, but it's so nice he doesn't yell at people, but
No.
he'll
Really, yeah.
oh, cycle faster, you know, and then. Once you put the money in and once you've gone 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, once you've broken that inertia of staying put, and when you get the momentum going, it becomes a habit.
Yes.
And then it becomes, the inertia pushes you forward on and on. So what I've discovered is whether it's picking up a new habit, learning a new skill, or starting a new project, or even if embarking on a dream job, looking for a dream job, or whatever it is, okay, sometimes you just need to take the first step.
Get the
And once you
momentum
first step,
going.
get the momentum going, you know, and the first part is the most difficult. You know, that's why in the old days when we used to have stick shift cars, you know, the gears and everything, when you step on the clutch, the first gear is the one that is the highest ratioed gear because it's moving from rest. So if you want to do something, just take the first step, just go for it, and then figure out what to do. After a while, the momentum goes on. So the power of inertia. Get off your butt, get it done, and when it's in motion, you know, try stopping it. It just keeps going on.
But you need to keep at it, be focused. What can you say to people who, and I'm sure you've come across many people like this, they can't focus. They're very distracted. You know, they may have many ideas. They don't know how to prioritize. Is that a problem?
ADHD.
like
We spoke about
like
it.
Dr. Jerry was saying last week, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's why it's a matter of discipline as well. And I hate to say it, but entrepreneurs are like that. Okay, for myself as an entrepreneur, I think FD as well. You know, we have the entrepreneur DNA. You know, it's like, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that.
Yes.
And then in the end, lose focus. So it's a lot of discipline. FD, how do you handle that?
It's really tough. What we do is we actually have a book, and we take down because we are a firm believer that no idea is a ridiculous idea. So we literally write down these ideas, and we have found that it comes in really handy because there are times when you're stumped and you can't think of something, and then you go to the book, and the answer's there.
Yeah.
But you don't remember it because you thought of it 6 months ago.
And so much other stuff is going on.
But I think FD is lucky because he's got radio as well, so it's not completely
exactly
100% his event company. You know
exactly.
what I mean? He's great. He's got a great partner. You know, who he works very closely with. But for FD himself, you know, he's got that and he's got this. So
yeah, it's a bit different for me. It is a bit different.
Yeah, and interestingly, some ideas, some crazy ideas you had, it's not a matter of no, it's just a matter of timing, right?
Yes.
It's when.
Maybe a year down the road, it's like, hey, it's valid now.
Yeah.
You know, it was a stupid idea back then, but now it's a brilliant idea, right?
So it's all about
you're
timing, you're right.
Yeah, logging it in, it is a good idea. But focus, a lot of it is focus, and that's why, you know, one of the other things we'll talk about is about not majoring in minors, which is basically, you know, focus on the things that matter rather than things that don't matter. Don't look at the shiny bells and whistles of every new project that you're doing. You know, just focus on the core. What's really important, and then you build up. So it's you can become more effective by just focusing on the things that matter rather than all the other small bits. So that's one of the lessons.
I suppose it's easy to speak about this now because you've been through all of it, and that's why you're saying this is something I would tell my younger self, right? But for people who don't have the benefit of, say, that, what about coaching and mentoring? You know, finding someone that you can look up to, who's like yourself, who's been through all this, and then can give that advice and opinion about the mistakes not to make.
Yeah, in fact, for me, what I've found is in my own professional development and personal development, the biggest needle movers, game changers have always been when I had a good mentor or had a good coach, when I paid for a coach to come in to train me. So it's like, for instance, I've always
okay, we do this on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Same. Let's ask him that question, Angel.
FD1 traffic as well.
Yep.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
Usual delays across the expressways. AYE towards the MCE, vehicle broken down after Portsdown Avenue exit. Look out for that. PIE towards Tuas, an accident after the KPE exit. Avoid lanes 1 and 2. SLE towards the BKE, an accident just after Woodlands Avenue 2 exit. Avoid lane 1 there. And also on the SLE towards the BKE, we have an accident at the TPE PIE exit. Stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning and every Thursday morning is our career strategist from careeragility.org, the CEO and founder there, Adrian Chu. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Adrian. So today, Adrian, we're talking about career advice we all wish we had or we knew earlier in our careers. And you, as a career strategist, have the advantage of being through and going through some mistakes. And being able to look back and saying, oh, I wish I didn't do that. And you know, I wish I could, you know, tell my younger self this and all that. But not everyone has that that advantage, right? So what do you think of people getting like coaches and mentors to, like yourself, to help them out early on in their career so that they don't make the mistakes that they are going to make?
Yeah, so sometimes I think, well, for myself, as I reflect upon my own career, the biggest game changers have always been when I've had a good mentor, when I could approach someone and ask for advice, you know, about this or about that. How do I handle this? And normally it's someone who's more experienced in a particular field that I'm in. So I would have mentors who are who may not even be in my own company, but an ex-boss or people who are experts in a particular domain. Right now, I even have mentors who are younger than me, who are experts in technology, who are experts in digital marketing, and they're mentoring me as well. So I'm learning new things. So it doesn't mean that it's with someone older or someone wiser. It normally is the wiser bit in a particular area. So it's good to have mentors, but mentors are usually more technical advice. People who give you technical advice. How do you get to this? How do you get that? Coaches, on the other hand, you know, they may not be the technical expert in the space, but they're able to frame things up for you and how to do it in a way that you can understand. And so what I found out is that your learning curve improves a lot and you'll get a lot less damaged. So, you know, when I wanted to a couple years back when I wanted to really figure out how to get more healthy. I engaged a personal trainer. And man, it wasn't cheap, but it allowed me to learn how to do the right things and to do things right. Even in equipment, to the point where sometimes I did not realize that I was lifting, or I was even and I got a Muay Thai coach once as well. And I didn't realize because I had been doing karate and taekwondo since I was a kid, and I didn't realize when he told me, "Look, Adrian, you're punching wrong." So really, shucks, I've been doing this for so many years. It's like goodness, what? So he taught me how to do it. I think the same for Glenn as well. When you're doing BJJ, right? A lot of things, the techniques.
Yeah.
The coaching is amazing, right?
Correct. I mean, it was a far cry from when I was doing Aikido when I was growing up. You do Aikido and then you do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's completely different. The way you roll, the way you back fall, break your fall rather. It's different techniques.
Yeah, and it improves you as a person. So, sometimes you just need to invest in a coach to get things done, and this is what I call getting professional help.
Interesting. Adrian, I want to ask you about these mentors and these coaches. They are there to advise you. They're there to guide you. But should they be solving your problems? Because isn't solving the problem all part of gaining experience and getting better at what you do?
I always like to compare coaches and mentors to your passenger, your front seat driver. I mean, you're driving the car. But the other person is telling you, hey, watch out for that pothole. There's going to be a turn left up front. But they're not going to hold the wheel and drive it for you, right?
Those are
So
the
you're
worst
still in
people.
charge. Our backseat drivers. But it's the analogy is like that. So they're telling you what's ahead because I've driven this road before. And I know if you do this, if you speed here, I know it really looks like a clear stretch, but there's a speed camera up front. You see? So sometimes it's just useful to have someone who's been there, done that, and who's familiar with it, to just sit there and advise. And I think that's worth its weight in gold.
Have you ever come across a mentor who's allowed you to fail for your own betterment?
Yes, actually I have. It was amazing because I went through a 3-year I started a business back in 2000 doing a .com, and as we were building it and everything up, and finally, the last stage where we decided to call it a day because we couldn't scale it. And I had a meeting with my mentor, and she was my angel investor. So she said, Adrian, from the first day, I didn't really think it would work, but I was going to support you along this entrepreneurship journey because it's a learning lesson now that you're going to learn. But one day in the future, when you do your own business, you will learn these lessons will come in useful and it will make you successful. And even today, as I'm practicing with Career Agility International, I'm putting in play and in use all these lessons which I learned from that adventure. So you're right. She was an amazing mentor, and I learned so much from her.
Nice.
All right. We are speaking to Adrian Chu from careeragility.org. We'll continue to talk to Adrian live on The Big Show TV. In the meantime, here's Steve Winwood with Higher Love on 1FM 91.3. Good morning.
I have a question. You were saying you took up some martial arts when you were a kid, and then later on you did something and someone said you were kicking wrongly or punching
Muay Thai.
wrongly.
Yeah,
Muay Thai. So I mean, but you were obviously trained as a child under a coach.
It was more like those community center where you just did, just a big bunch of kids just punching the air.
Oh, okay.
So so it was, and sometimes it's good to have different coaches as well. To your point, I think I don't know, Glenn, did you have a single golf handicap? I think so.
No,
single digit golf.
I
wish. Have you had coaching sessions? Golf coaching?
Yes, I have. So I've had quite a number of coaches, but I feel that, you can have like 100 coaches, but if you don't put in that effort to practice, it's not going to happen, right? So I think golf is one of the most difficult games. When I started playing golf, there was only one objective for me, to beat Andre Houden. Okay.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. But I could never beat him. And I realized why. Because I was hanging out too much with him. That's why I couldn't beat him. So, later on, I'm not saying that I've beaten him, but I know Andre is watching right now. Andre, I think if we play right now, you'll find that I'm a tougher opponent than when maybe a year ago or something like that.
Of course, because you've been playing more, right?
Exactly. And I think I've discovered, what's been holding me back. And sometimes when you play with your group of friends, right, you tend to not realize it because everyone plays and uses the same clubs, and stuff like that. But truth of the matter is, sometimes there are some clubs that may not be working for you. So there are other clubs that can compensate, to make up for that game. Because, for example, I hate my driver, right? My driver has never worked for me. And that is your first shot when you're on the golf course. Okay? So if you hit a bad shot using your driver, that's it. You're discouraged and you're going to have to recover. And that round is probably going to be a bad one. But now I've discovered that, I'm more consistent in that area by using something else. So that has improved my game. So Andre, if you're watching, okay, I'm gonna take you on, and I think
That's the $1 million
He's
question.
watching actually.
So Glenn, the $1 million question: can you beat Andre?
I think I can now.
Okay, give him
All
one.
he needs to do. He's laughing
Shut
right
up.
now. He's laughing. I can feel that he's laughing.
You can feel his laughter.
Yeah. See my eyes twitching now. But Andre, you go and book a flight, and you'll be surprised.
There you go. Challenge is on.
Yes.
But Sean, I'm curious, Sean. So for yourself as a fitness coach, what do you think? Having different coaches, is it a good thing to have different coaches for an individual?
Yeah, I think it depends on what you want to do ultimately. So I think about fighters, these UFC fighters and stuff like that, and they're supposed to be an all-rounded fighter, but also depending on what they want to improve, right? So let's say he wants to improve his boxing, then he gets a boxing coach. He wants to improve his ground game, then he gets a BJJ coach, that kind of thing. So similar for life, if you want to do cardio, resistance, business, leadership, whatever.
It's all different.
Yeah, you got to get experts in different areas, and that's where investing in yourself is so important. Not just coaching through people that you pay for professional help, but things like books and videos and classes that you can sign up for. It's just the game of growth for yourself, right?
True.
Wow, you sound like you've grown so much just by turning 31.
Wow.
33.
He's actually like a year wiser,
The big boy now.
Big boy. We can let you go out on your own now.
No, but seriously,
hold my hand.
seriously, folks, if you've tracked Sean through this pandemic, he has grown leaps and bounds
Yeah, and sideways
through
also.
this.
He has, right? We've seen him,
Yeah, we've seen it.
grow.
Past 5 years,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not grow. Actually, he's shrunken a little bit because he was a
That's
little
true.
fatty boom boom when we
Oh dear.
This is
when
true.
we
This
got
is
together.
Now
Yes.
I'm a big fatty bum.
No, now he's nice and trim now.
Oh, so sweet, y'all. Okay, can carry on. Next question, somebody.
What do
He's
you say
blushing.
what do you say to people, Adrian, especially the younger ones, and I see this a lot, who are rushing to attain the goals, rushing to find that success? What have you learned in your time?
I've learned to pace yourself. And one of the things which I really keep telling myself is that it's a 40-year marathon, even a 50-year marathon, if you think about it, when you're with life and your work. You start work at about 25 and you're going to retire about 65, maybe even 70 or even 80, It's a long stretch. So pace yourself, don't burn yourself out early. I see people who are super high flyers, top of the school, top universities, Ivy League, join a huge consulting firm. By 35, they're burnt out. And then what next? Then they got another 30 years more to figure out what to do next. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I mean, there's some areas. No, but one thing funny is whenever I talk about that, I have friends who are marathoners. When they run, they say that, do you know how fast? Do you know how fast the experts run? They're literally sprinting for the 40 kilometers anyway. So
They finished 42K in 2 hours now.
2 hours, a sub 2 hour
Crazy.
timing, right? So that makes it like a 20 kilometer per hour run, So whenever I say it's a marathon, not a sprint, they always correct me and say, no, actually it is a sprint.
Sprint the marathon.
But they literally sprint. I can't even do 20 kilometers an hour run, okay? Not even downslope.
Oh, 20 kilometers is hard, lah.
It's hard.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And these guys, if you look, they're doing it for 2 hours straight. Just crazy, insane, amazing. But the point is that don't tire yourself out. It's a long game. You're gonna win some. You're gonna lose some. So even if you lose some bits or pieces here and there, it's a long game. It's okay. You will recover. So one of the things my mentor taught me was this. It's okay to lose. As long as you're win, because you win some, you lose some.
You hear that, Andre? It's okay to lose.
You will fall and you will get up again.
Are you reading his comments on our Facebook page?
Yeah.
He's like, ha 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 ha. Good morning. You will never beat me.
Wow.
People are doing a poll on our Facebook already.
I'll put $1,000 down.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Andre, I'm sure he's listening. He was just waiting
Come
for you
on.
to do that. He knows you too well. He knew money was going to be involved.
He's nicely dusting his wallet now, just like, okay.
Wow.
buddy. So as long as you're winning more than you're losing, you're fine. So it's okay to lose, but as long as you're winning more than you're losing, it's fine. Another thing one of my mentors taught me is this: it's okay if things, life is like a conveyor belt. Okay, sometimes you can pick it up and things without dropping off, but sometimes some things drop off. Pop. It drops, it's a coin, it smashes, it breaks. It's okay. As long as the front end of it, there's still some more opportunities or things coming on board the front end of the conveyor belt. It's okay. You can't pick everything all the time. And some things just gonna let go. But as long as there are good things coming up, just focus on the things that are important. Let's let some things go. So it's okay to lose, not all the time. And lose on the things that don't matter that much. But win on the things that matter, win on the things that count, win on the things that matter to you and your family, your health, and things that are important to you. So it's something which I would have shared with my younger self. Don't try and win everything. Yeah.
Hear that?
Yeah.
Don't try and win.
So Andre,
Come on. TaylorMade versus Ping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa, all of a sudden he's going like, what the hell is going on?
You should sell tickets for the showdown.
Facebook is asking for side bets, all kinds of things.
You
Are going on.
let's make
They
this
want-
interesting. $1,000 down, that $1,000 is going to go to Dementia Singapore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super
right.
That's good.
How
That's
about
a good
that?
one.
We like that. Okay, wait, we come back on air. Traffic. We wrap up our last 3 minutes.
I've just got a specific point I want to ask Adrian when we come back.
Can but wrap up.
Okay, stand by.
Are we dancers?
1FM 91.3 traffic.
Yeah, I take a look at the traffic. Yeah, we have a few areas that we think you have to look out for. There's the ECP towards the cities. There's an accident after Still Road South exit, avoid lane 3. Then we have the PIE towards Tuas. We have an accident after the KPE. Congestion is to Jalan Eunos. You knows where that is. Please, stay within the speed limit. You make sure you have everyone buckled up and the mother-in-law in the boot. Drive safely today.
We're back right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV with Adrian Chu, CEO and founder at careeragility.org.
Okay, Adrian, I've got one last question for you. It's really not about today's topic, but I just want to get your feel on it. We've spoken about this before, the gig industry.
Yeah.
Right? People going out and doing various things. What do you think of companies getting involved in this? Because there's a report that UOB Bank has gotten into the gig industry. They are re-employing retirees, their retirees, on project basis to handle work that they are specifically good at.
Wonderful.
And just for that, the period of that project, and then they're done. So it's a gig industry.
Wonderful. I mean, it's win-win, right? It's amazing,
Do you think more
the-
industries can do that?
I think they should. And because a lot of these retirees, so-called retirees, they don't want to work full-time anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So they can, on one hand, they can earn some extra money. On the other hand, they can help the organization, because it's a waste to let this knowledge and information and experience all disappear into the ether. So it's good to get them back, and if even better if there's a transfer of technology, if there's a transfer of knowledge to the younger ones.
Yeah, exactly. This is my
Right.
point. You
It's
see, because if
amazing,
you
right?
bring them back in a project basis, then inadvertently, don't they become mentors
Yeah.
to the teams that they're leading?
Yeah.
Win-win. And And sometimes you don't even need to hire retirees per se. Some people who as long as there's no conflict of interest, you can open up to external parties as well. It does not need to be ex-employees, but it could be anyone actually. So as long as you got the knowledge and expertise, it's amazing, isn't it? I think it's a great idea. More companies should do it.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant when I read the report. Okay, I just wanted to get Adrian's take on that.
All right. Thank you so much, Adrian. Any last words before we let you go?
Happy birthday again, Sean.
Thank you.
happy tummy trimming with that device.
Yeah, my new
Is it, by the way, is that device Bluetooth as well, or?
It will be once I hit my teeth against it.
All right. Thank you so much,
weekend, guys.
Adrian.
Take care,
You
everybody.
too.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
That was Adrian Chu, CEO and founder at careeragility.org. In just a while, exclusively on The Big Show TV, Asia's Got Talent finalist Sean Chua. Meantime, here's Prince, the most beautiful girl in the world, on 1FM 91.3. Sean Chua. Hey, so how should we do this? Let's say,
The golf game?
Yeah, because the whole DSG thing is a good thing, right?
Yeah, easy peasy.
So,
Absolutely.
Okay, do you really want to know how I could do it?
How?
Well, you could do it. You should make it a flight of 4.
No, not a flight forward. It's just Andre and
two of
myself.
you.
Over 9 holes. So I think someone
Okay.
can video the whole thing.
Yeah, video.
Yes,
video
Because
easy.
18 will be too long, right?
Yeah.
So
you just do 9 holes. There's
Yeah,
there's
based on 9
$1,000. The bet's $1,000. If you lose, you pay it. If Andre loses, Andre pays
Yeah
it,
lah.
and the money just goes to DSG.
He'll be
Just-
scared to part with his $1,000.
Okay.
He got 7
That was a
bathrooms.
big
now.
You know he's
Andre,
still,
are you
he's
willing or
still
not, Andre?
watching, right?
Yeah, I know. Andre, are you willing or not?
Waiting for his comments, only waiting for his
Because if
comments.
you're so confident, because you've been playing golf for 30 years, I've been playing golf for 6 years, you're a 8 handicap, I'm a 23.9 handicap.
wow.
How is that possible that I'm going to beat you, right? That's what he's thinking right now. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of whether he's willing. If he's willing to part with $1,000, I'm willing to put $1,000 down as well. Whoever loses will
Yeah, pay
donate.
down. Yeah.
Yes.
Andre, we need to hear from you now.
Waiting on your comments.
Yeah,
Everybody
we're
can
waiting
tag-
for you.
And I gotta say, to make this really good, the donation needs to be instant.
Yes.
Someone from DSG has to be there at the 9th hole.
No, you can just.
I can get 2 people from DSG to be on the course with us some more. We can get
Yes.
Sherwin and we can get Stan to
There you
be
go.
there.
There you go.
The donation is made immediately at the end of it.
Yeah, through your phone, you can make it very fast. Everybody
Yeah.
on Facebook, you just have to tag Andre when you comment
Come on!
so that he sees all these comments. And we have Sean with us as well.
Morning, Sean.
Good morning,
Good
Sean.
morning.
Good morning.
So I just witnessed that bet. Okay, so I'm a witness to this.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Hey, happy Big Tasty Day, everyone.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, Big Tasty is Sean Tupaz. Okay.
Yeah. That's me.
I think they all know that by now as well.
But
we
do
say
you
it every
prefer
day.
if people call you Big Tasty out in the streets or Sean?
Yeah, I love that.
Big Tasty, yeah?
I do reply to that. Big tasty, handsome, oi also can.
Oi. Oi.
You shout
what
oi.
I call you.
Sure, people turn around.
That's what I call you. Oi.
Yeah. Oi, Guinness, what?
And now everyone will be able to see Sean Tupaz from a distance because of his
Pink hair.
pink hair. Yeah. But it's very
I-
important that you touch it up, because once it gets too light, you look like a beer garden auntie.
Ah. Some
I
always
met
with a beer
someone
in
the
my
other
hand.
day who called me the unable to fly Dutchman.
Why?
So I got really upset. I turned to him and I said, "Why?" He said, "Your belly's so big you can't take off."
Who said that?
No,
said
but
this?
honestly, I almost peed myself laughing because
Oh.
it was the whole way he delivered it. You knew it was meant in fun, and it was so funny. It was so funny.
So rude. Who's
That's
that?
Yeah.
why I beat the fella.
Yeah. Throw that contraption at him, Sean.
Yes,
So
we can
my
only
Snap
talk
it
like
against
this
him.
amongst
Snap
ourselves,
it.
because
Yes.
we are family.
Because we love. We say it because we love.
Outsiders must always be respectful.
Yes, I agree.
Roast us
Okay,
once
Sean,
you
what do you
love.
have for us today?
What do you got for us?
Okay. All right. So today is it's Sean's birthday, and let's see if let's bring back some of his childhood memories. Sean, have you ever taken science class?
I did in primary school.
In prime. Oh,
Do you believe in science?
I believe in science. Of course,
You
I
believe in science, right?
Yes,
Okay, you
come.
believe
Okay.
in science.
Just like this.
I don't know why you always have to be judging me. Because I only believe in science.
I only believe in science.
Stephen Escalato.
I believe in science.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. I'm not sure. You know what? I know we're gonna keep this on. We're just gonna keep
Actually,
this
you
on
don't
for a
have to,
little
You gotta
while.
switch it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Right?
can
Just
switch
so
it
that
off.
there
you
you
guys
go,
can
okay.
see what's going on
Yeah.
the screen. Okay, so you guys seen this before? This
A
little
water bottle
Yes. So that's water
and oil.
and oil.
Okay.
Yes.
And we all know that no matter what you do,
Yeah.
even if you mix it up, they
Yes.
always separate, right?
Yeah.
Now I have found a way to actually apply this to not just oil and water. So let me show you. Okay, so I was playing around with these guys the other day, and I realized that I could apply the same kind of principle. Let me show you. You guys got a good look at that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hearts.
So these are 6 jokers. Okay, you can see them clearly. Let's bring it
Yes.
a little closer if I can. Oh, hang
Yep.
on. Detach the whole camera thing. Give me a sec. Got too excited there.
So this is our low budget production. No? That's why we need
The whole
sponsors.
camera
That's why
mount
we need
came off.
sponsors to come in and help us. No?
Yeah. Okay, we got that back. All right.
Okay,
so
cool.
you guys can see the
Yeah.
6 cards.
It's
Okay.
cool. It's cool.
So these guys are red, and these guys are blue. Doesn't matter what they are. I mean, they're jokers. More importantly is
Okay.
that some are red and some are blue. So the reds are gonna represent the oil, and the blues are the water.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3 blue cards and 1, 2, 3 red cards. Oh,
Oh, your camera.
let's hope that
It's okay.
Stay.
All good. All good.
All good.
good.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the 3 red cards over here.
Okay.
Okay. 3 blue cards over here. So that's red. That's blue.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and mix them up. So that's red. That's blue. That's red. That's blue. Red. Blue.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But you see, if you give it a little while, just like oil and water,
Oh.
they separate.
Oh,
My goodness.
Hell.
They rise to the top.
yeah.
See, no matter how he mixes them up, right?
Yeah.
The red.
The red rises to the top.
Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
Wow,
let's
that's
try that one more time.
Okay.
Same thing. Slowly.
For my eye
1,
pain,
2. Okay, 3 again. 3 blue and 3 reds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so same thing. I'm going to put the reds over here. Oh, let's put them in the middle this time. Reds over here. Okay, and I've got the blues over here. That's blue. Blue in between and blue.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to mix them up again
Okay. Yes. Okay. They are
Okay.
definitely
very slowly.
mixed up.
Give them just a little while. And you see, once again,
Wow.
they separate.
Hey, man.
Teach us how
outta
you
here.
did that.
Come on.
Oh,
Sorcery.
well
That is
done.
good. That is very good. Well done.
Well, this is really oil and water, so I'll do it one last time, okay? Watch. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue.
Okay.
Okay? Even if I turn them around, you can see that they
Oh
are
my
really
goodness.
still red, blue,
Okay. I thought they were like.
red, blue, blue, red, okay, okay, and blue, right?
Yep.
Mixed up. Okay. Give it a little while, just like this little fella over here. They still separate. Just like oil and water.
Okay, yay!
Well
Wonderful.
done.
Science experiment.
Science, or I believe in science.
Yes, I believe in science.
That's not science.
That's sorcery.
Oh, I can turn this back on now. Woo! Okay. Yeah.
There you
Nicely
go.
done.
Sean,
nicely
if you
done.
could do
Yeah.
that trick today when you're out with the ladies, it'll be a good birthday.
They'll all be too drunk to like know what's going on.
Oh,
so-
But today you can only go out with like your family members.
Yeah, I got all my family members. Yeah, my wives.
Four wives.
my
Yeah,
four
yeah.
wives.
That's a family of 5. Yeah, the other day everyone was getting excited. They was like, "Oh, we can go out in groups of 5 now." Then like, yeah, but only
same
with family
household.
members.
Yeah,
Then, like,
man. Initially,
Not
when
even family members, same household.
Same household.
Your IC
Family
has to be
members,
the
same
same
household.
address.
I don't know why it was
just create a
selective
family overnight.
selective reading. I think because when I first saw the article, I'm like, yay!
Yes, exactly.
Back to 5, and then I think Angel pointed it out to me. It's just from the same household. I'm like, what?
And you're like, okay, I can take biscuit out now.
Yeah.
Like what the? Come on.
Yeah. It's good. It's good for the families that have.
Yeah, the kids or they
Together
can bring
in
the
the
kids.
But I
Right.
asked for you guys, okay? Because I mean, the government has said that every few weeks they will review the situation.
Yes,
So
yes.
right now, because I know, I mean, we're the most trusted brand when it comes to breakfast shows and all that, and you know, many ministers, you know, they talk to us and we talk to them. They come on the show and all that. So I know a lot of them are watching right now. So I would like to appeal to all of you to perhaps maybe let us go out in 5s, you know, during the festive period, the
Yeah.
year-end
Would be
festive
nice.
period. How about that? So okay, huh? So you know,
Every weekend.
if it happens, you know, we requested for it right here on the show.
We made it happen.
Yeah, it happened.
That
All
would be
right.
cool.
Yeah, because it's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for weeks now.
Yeah. I mean, but lest we forget, you know, there have been a lot of festive seasons for other people as well throughout the year,
Yeah.
and they have not been able to get together as well. So, you know,
Yeah.
if
That
it
is
happens, I mean, we can't really say, oh, why are you doing this to us at Christmas?
No, but
So-
it's perfect. I mean, which is why I'm not saying it's Christmas. I'm just saying it's the festive year-end festive period because there's also like New Year's Day,
There's
which
New
is
Year's
for
as well,
everybody,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
New Year's Day. So we've all been making sacrifices. We've all been, you know, going with what the government has been telling us to do and all that. So it'll be a great Christmas festive year-end New Year's present to Singaporeans, right? For bearing with you know, all the measures and all that, you know. So maybe they wanna reward us, you know, for being so
Hopefully,
good and
so
so
good.
obedient.
I can only hope.
85% vaccinated.
Yeah.
Glenn for mayor of Bradle.
Yeah.
Only if they open up to 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Or how about 8? Should I be a bit greedy or what? Or just 5?
I would
think
be
5
happy
is
with
good.
4 already, but sure.
I think 5 is
I
good.
personally think you should go for 8. That gives you bargaining room to bring it
That's
down.
true. Always aim higher, and then if you reach the
That's
stars,
true.
it's fine.
I would like to request for 10, please.
They can bargain it down to 8 and get what you want.
Yeah, there you go.
If I don't get 8, 5 as well. Okay.
Okay, like that.
They'll come back to you and say, Glenn, we've decided on 2.
Back at square one. Okay, anyway.
All right. Okay, this has been fun. Have we sung him a birthday song yet?
Many times.
No, have we? I don't think we have.
No,
I don't
haven't.
remember.
Not yet, right?
He's like, we do it so badly. He's like, please don't.
I scared for other people.
I do a quick one for you.
Okay,
just me.
can.
Okay,
Yeah,
1,
just
2,
you.
3.
Let's
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sean Tupaz, also known as the Big Tasty, or just Big Tasty.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Love you all.
Happy birthday, Sean. We love you
He's
too.
getting tired of it. He's like, okay, enough already.
I love it. One day a
I
year,
feel
you
an
know, I
extra
get
day
this.
older after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you so
All right.
much, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Chua.
All right,
Let's give Sean
Thank
a
you,
big
guys.
hand. Thank you, Sean.
Happy birthday, Sean.
you, buddy.
Happy Big Tasty Day. See you guys
Yay.
next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Now, I think our home viewers absolutely love Sean Chua.
Yeah.
They do.
yeah.
They do. Yes.
It's amazing. Gets better every single time he's on.
Every time I walk into a
like
7-Eleven,
a
I feel like
friend.
buying a deck of cards just
Back
because
of, back of cards.
You should take lessons from him.
Yeah.
Discipline. Every time we meet, we end up drinking, and so I don't know. I cannot understand.
You can't remember. Like, you
What?
learn so many tricks, and then
Yeah.
by the next day, you're like,
I
oh.
forgot everything already. It takes a lot of practice. Anyway,
Should we say goodbye?
Yes.
Yes, we shall.
bye.
Bye-bye. Andre
care.
Hooden, think about it, okay? Share the video.